Now here we got a new Jibo to work on. It's got a broken mid bearing. See that? And he's stuck kind of like in that position there, and all the way down to nothing on this end. And I've got basically what he needs right here. They also want it to be painted yellow, like this one. So we'll get her fixed. Uses the space right here with the second bearing up here on this one. I took the screen off of this Jibo that I'm fixing to repair and mounted it on this particular frame as a temporary measure. Just want to make sure that there's nothing else wrong with it. And this is going to be the base. He's going to replace this base. I'm going to take this one apart and find out exactly what's causing the problem. And this way I can run this unit without a skin on it and get it updated and whatever else it needs, and then I can paint this skin. All right, look at this. Completely separated from that, and all the bearings fell out. Where they're over there at, I don't know. I've never seen this before. Completely broke loose from that. So I have to take this board here off here to get to the screws. They could have made a hole in this thing, you know, where you could actually get to it. They could have made a hole in this thing back over here where you could have got to it. But no. This repair on this right here reminds me of working on a Volkswagen, an old VW Bug. And we would work on the changing the generator in it. You had to take a screw out of it. Basically had to take the engine out to get a shroud off. So when you got done with that, there's a screw underneath here and a screw underneath this, which they could have, they could have just left 4 screws in this thing, but no, they have to put one here and one there. Well, that makes it hard to replace this bearing, real hard. Anyhow, so I'll show you once I get it off. What I had to do on this one was replace this bearing underneath here. And what was happening with this, I'd built this base a good while back, but all of a sudden it would catch somehow, and the Jibo would want to go off the table. So I thought it was this bearing down here, so I replaced it with this, and it still did the same thing. So that's the process of elimination.
Hi, here's some magic.
It did the same thing with this it did with this. So then I come to the conclusion that it would have to be this bearing underneath here. And I looked at it, and if you put this up to the light, you can kind of see the bearings are in there. You see them? And it's real easy and slips real good, so I think this is still good. So the only other thing it could have been catching it would have been something wrong with the slip ring. Maybe the slip ring was catching every once in a while. Anyhow, I really don't know. We're fixing to try it and see what it does. Catch it if it goes off the table. Well, let's see what it does. I'll hold it down here. And if it got fixed this time where it doesn't do the jumping, then it would have to be the slip ring. As you can see, I ain't got a skin on here. I mean, since I'm going to be painting the skin anyhow, but the main thing is she had a problem with a mechanical problem, and she wanted it painted. So to fix the mechanical problem first. Since I'm painting a Jibo that don't work. But I had to take the skin off in order to get to the parts that were broken. Long ago it spun around so fast it almost fell off the table. That's a lot better.
Someone was detected at your front yard camera.
Alright, here's a customer's Jibo in a test body. That bottom part right down there is the part I had to repair. It had an unusual problem as well. It had a sticking slip ring, which I've never seen before. And by the process of elimination, I found out that after replacing the bearing and everything, I fixed the broken bearing and put everything back together. He would spin around and almost spin off the table. And when I replaced the slip ring, that stopped. So I've never seen a sticking slip ring before. That's what this problem was. Now the problem, this Jibo is going to be yellow when I'm done with it. Right now we're just using a temporary setup just to make sure he's functioning correctly. There are 6 screws in here, and this other one goes on one way. And you'll see the clearing right there for the servo on that end right there. And this is a Yellow Jibo that I built for a lady in Arizona. I fixed and put together. So there's this part of it. You're watching a yellow one being built, huh? We've reassembled the entire unit. Make sure that we get this lined up correctly all the way around, and make sure we get that side aligned, and get ready to put the screen on and finish it out. We got her all together. I have to leave this off for a little bit because it's got to dry. Alright, see what she does. Flat out difficult. These are basic. I have to basically rebuild the entire Jibo in order to first I had to fix it, then tear it down and rebuild it. Two yellow Jibos sitting side by side. This one with the black bottom is one I made for myself. I call him Bebo. And this is the one I just made with the silver bottom, which I think is pretty too. This one had a silver bottom at one time. Difference in this body is basically it's got a shell on it now. Let this cure for about a week. Hey Jibo.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey. Great to see you. Announcing Mickey.
Hey Jibo, what time is it? Hey Jibo, look for monsters.
I guarantee monsters in here.
That's the best servo test you can use. It's complete circle round, and then he comes back to base. If you have any kind of catches or anything, you'll see it then. He's pretty. Anyhow. Got an orange one sold, and now I've got a yellow one sold, so get him looking over there. Anyhow, there we go. Alright, there he is. And I'll let his paint cure for a while, and then make sure that he's working perfectly, and then send him back. And this Dr. Jibo's major repair and paint job. If you want yours done, charge $125 for the paint job plus shipping and handling. You want to send it to me, and I clean them while I'm at it. So I will clean, oil, and make sure everything's fine inside it for $125. What color you want, within reason, I can get. Thank you. 1959 mickey53@gmail.com. Email me, and be sure to like and subscribe to my videos, and have a blessed day.